Hey everyone, this is Dusk, AestheticGamer, and this is Sagebrush. This is a walking simulator, which I know is based with some religious connotation. I've been interested in it. I like the setup and the look of it. You'll see the look of it once we're past the title screen, obviously. This is a super blind run. The game released a couple days ago, and I'm just gonna play it, and I'll see what I think. Let's get straight into Sagebrush. I like the dreamy music. It's simple, it's just synths, but they've got their charms.
I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing, nothing at all, that what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
So, it's kind of obvious, alright, what this game is lightly based off of if you know anything about this particular scene. Am I supposed to be able to move right now? Black Sage Ranch, 250 miles northwest of Albuquerque. Oh, yeah, I guess I was able to move. Not yet, but was saying up to. So, for those who don't dig deeper in this type of stuff, there have been a lot of cultish circles and cycles and just communities that have formed up over time. Now, there is an image that all cults, of course, are bad, and some of them definitely are. I'm not a religious person also, so obviously I've got a little bit of lack of empathy towards some things here. I've actually had negative experience with religious circles in the past. I'm actually going to turn the sensitivity down a little bit. However, I don't hate the idea of religious people gathering together to form some sort of community. Now, unfortunately, community stuff is very ripe for us versus that mentality, and because religion specifically deals a lot with, specific beliefs and all that, it has a ripe chance to make people... Oh, I accidentally did something with the resolution. Give me 1 second. I actually now want to go to Windows mode, and I'm playing that resolution. Okay. But it's a ripe opportunity for many people to sort of form their own biases against other people just for believing differently than they do. Rather, because, if you believe very strongly in something, and you have faith in that, and then at the same time, somebody believes something differently than you, it causes friction and conflict and all this. I should also warn, this is probably going to be a very unprofessional Let's Play this whole entire time. I'm playing this in kind of a strange mood right now. To interact with a highlighted object, press E. Alright, we got the examine gate. Now I'm just going to be taking my time exploring and see what I can see here. Black Sage Ranch. This is the place. Specifically, though, seems to be a religious community built around a person, which those I always feel a little bit more apprehensive of, because then that means somebody's playing Messiah, and to me that means that there is a heavy chance that they will be using them for some sort of personal gain for themselves here. Examine car. Not gonna lie, you're surprised it actually made it all the way here. You brought some gear in the trunk. Alright, I guess I got my gear in the trunk. Alright, open trunk. Pick up wire cutters. Oh, I can open my inventory like this. A pair of wire cutters you borrowed from the house. I'm assuming the house I came from. Of course, I got no other items, so not yet. Alright. How far back can I go before the game's like, nope, that's as far as you can go. I can run, but I cannot, like, jump or crouch or anything. No, I can't keep running from it. I have to go inside. Oh, yeah, that's just a visible wall here. It did let me go this way, though. In fact, I'm curious if I can, like, break out bounce here. No, I can't keep running from it. I have to go inside. I'm just seeing how far it'll let me go. I know you don't want me to be over here. Whenever I touch the edges, it causes that dialogue to appear. Like when you're within a certain radius of the sides and edges. But, hey, I just wanted to see life from a new perspective. Unfortunately, because I came over this way, that means I'm going to have to run on back around. But that's okay. It'll only take a few seconds. Yep. Alright, so I'm assuming that the gate's going to be locked. We have to, like, cut somewhere there, but I could very well be wrong. The gate won't budge, and you didn't bring anything to burst through. So, is she coming, like, much later? Because this looks like it's an abandoned, like, place. Now, yeah, the car light's supposed to show you that this thing's already ruined. To use an item, interact with an object to bring up the inventory, then press R? Was R? That must have been E. Alright, like, not like this? It's not working like you would think it would work. Maybe I should have... Oh, there we go, now it worked. The wire cutters clip through the rusting fence easily and create a small hole. Anything over here before I get all distracted? Nope. Okay, I mean, it makes sense. This isn't the game's set piece. Realistically, our character would be acting about... Like, they'd go inside and check it out and make sure everything's okay. Welcome to Sagebrush. Alright, of course, it seems mostly empty. Maybe it's not actually empty. I mean, it's just my assumption based off of glancing inside. We do see it has several facilities. There's housing units over there. There's some sort of hall over here. Over there is something, a ranch maybe. And up there is a church. I assume the church is the final location of the game, but I could very well be wrong. I'm going to be taking my time exploring, and my commentary, specifically in this Let's Play, is probably going to be very, very strange. I've got a lot on my mind currently, and there's a lot of things that kind of going on. The gate creaks and rattles, but appears to be locked. Oh, if I mouse smash B, it just kind of lights up over there. Alright, so we're going to be opening up this gate eventually, but we're not quite there. I assume we have to enter inside that building. But I'll just take a nice little stroll here. Just appreciate the low-res sky. Actually... No, the fence is there. It's just the shadow hid among the bushes for a second there. Now the light brings it back into shining. Yeah, this is like a ranch area. It's like a farmhouse. They got the corn there, and I saw a little ranch thing, so it's like a farm place. Okay. I'm getting to feel what this sort of facility is. There was actually, in the state I live in, which if you do not know is Oregon, a pretty famous cult incident some years ago with a facility that was something like this. I'd have to dig deeper into the full entire details and remind myself the whole story of that, but interesting. Well, let's see this, yeah, turn on the generator. Ah, a diesel generator. There's a keyhole next to the ignition button. You wonder if there's any gas remaining after all this time. My guess is probably yes. But, you know, I know the entrance was pretty laid out before me. So far, this game doesn't seem to have much if you try to explore off the beaten path. But hey, you know, that's not a bad thing, specifically. It's just me being silly and liking looking everywhere. Just in case, you know. Let's take a peek inside the windows before we hop in. Yeah. There was a pretty interesting cult film I watched recently. Unfortunately, I forget the name of the film, but I do know it was a sequel to another movie I liked a lot, which was called Resolution, which was a 2012 found footage film. I like that movie a lot, and there was a movie from, I believe, early 2018. It could have been late 2017. It was closed out at the time. But it was a sequel to that film, and when I started watching the movie, I didn't realize it was a sequel, and I was like, oh, wait, what, is this a sequel to... It is a sequel to that movie, because there was a lot of plot connections, especially later in the film. Read pamphlet. But it has to do with a cult society, which this hall, which I'm in right now, reminds me a lot of the cult hall that was inside that movie. It looks remarkably similar. It's too dark to read anything. Let there be light. I mean... Just a little bit of an oversight, I guess. Obviously, they want me to pick up a light source somewhere. Is it here in the food hall? Moldy dishes litter the table, stained and dusty. There's no food, though. Wild animals likely finish the scrap. So, yeah, our character, I guess, she knows nothing happens. Maybe, yep, because of the diesel there. I guess she is aware this place should probably be abandoned. I don't know if this game is going to be like just a straight explore an abandoned facility, find some closure on some aspect of my life, and leave. Like, some walking simulators tell very down-to-earth stories, while some of them kind of go in more surreal, supernatural directions. I'm not sure if this one's supposed to be spooky. I'm not sure if this one's supposed to be relaxing. I'm very blind on this. All I knew is the base concept and the graphic style, which looked interesting enough to me. Moldy dishes litter the table, stained and dusty. There's no food, though. Wild animal, same thing as I just read over there. There's a list here. I'm assuming it's too dark to see. I don't know, I can read this fine, apparently. Performance schedule. Monday, Josiah plays original hymns. How do you pronounce that word? I always forget. Tuesday, gospel reading. Wednesday, Juliet violin recital. Thursday, gospel reading. Friday, children's reenactment of Book of Serial. So it seems like they have entertainment in this little... This is like an eating hall. This is where people would meet and, you know, greet and socialize. So yeah, indeed, it looked like it, so... Note, the power's been pretty finicky lately. You might have to restart the generator to get the lights back on. The key is in the box, and the generator is around the side. I don't even like this box. Okay, well that was easy peasy. Oh, it just kind of like leaped at me. The fucking thing leaped at me! Nice instrument once, now the strings are rusted, and the lacquer faded. It's too dark. Okay, I'll turn on the power. I'll look outside and see like some surreal... No, it's... Oh. Okay, there's light streaming in because part of that glass is broken. I'll be back. I know where the generator is. Actually, there's something to observe here. At least I thought there was something to observe here. Maybe it's just me being able to turn the generator on earlier. A rusting key with the words generator scrawled on the tag. You turn the key, press the button, the generator. What? No need, it's already running, hums to life. What? It's like it's like the dialogue sort of flips there together. I get it. Is there music inside? There is. Okay. Turn the lights on. Let's throw a light switch here. It's kind of inconvenient there's not a light switch next to the entrance to this area. There it is, though. Examine portrait. The painting shows an intensely focused middle-aged man. He holds a book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional, but the man's determination shows through. Alright. An angel walks through an empty... Oh, excuse me there. I just noticed that sign popped up. There we go. An angel walks through an empty field, his hands pressed together in prayer. There's a little bit of a crooked picture. The painting depicts an angel tenderly cradling the corpse of Jesus Christ in his tomb. There's a slight creepy vibe. I think this might go in a horror-y direction. Bathroom. Alright, I guess we can examine the mirror. You look tired. Tired of not existing? Hahaha, I can just kind of click this thing, so whatever. Oh, there's a note here. Read Bible quote? Okay. Jesus saith to him, he that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not at all. John 13:10. Okay. What do we got at the next little stop here? Another bathroom. This was not what I was expecting. Bathroom facility. Read Bible quote. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue is her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening. I think they're just looking like, I think it's supposed to be kind of like creepy Bible quotes, which there are quite a few of. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the... I think we just copied it twice. No, there's a difference. It's because of she. Okay, I see. Leviticus 15:19-22. I'm not a Bible expert or anything, so it could have been completely made up quote and I wouldn't fucking know. Alright, what's in here with the music playing? Actually, I want to check out this hall here before I do that. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be like a locking point, but I just want to look around first. This is the bathroom. That was a really loud door close. Oh. A perfect heaven awaits those of faith. Gotta believe. When we all get to heaven, CG, seeing the wondrous love of Jesus, seeing his mercy and see his grace. FCG in the mansions bright and blessed, he'll prepare for us a place. I'm assuming it's maybe a puzzle. CD7. When we all get, or it could just be musical notes. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing. Gee, that will be... I'm not going to read the notes yet. That might be part of something, but I'll just read this one. What a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. While we walk the pilgrim pathway, clouds will overspread the sky. But when traveling days are over, not a shadow, not a sigh. Let us then be true and faithful, trusting, serving every day. Just one glimpse of him in glory will the toils of life repay. Onward to the prize before us, soon his beauty we'll behold. Soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold. Okay. Animals finishing scraps, that's what you think. Light switch. Didn't do anything here, I guess turn this light on. Yep. What do we got around here? Examine small can. A small tin of green beans, dented on the side. Large can. The door sounds are in this room really loud. A huge can of pork and beans, just like you used to eat growing up. Did I just hear something? Flies. Flies buzz around a sink piled with unwashed dishes. So, I mean, yeah, there was a kitchen prayer, re-kitchen prayer. Enables us to use thy manifold blessings with moderation. Grant our hearts wisdom to avoid excess in eating and drinking and in the cares of this life. I was reading this with a really weird rhythm. Teach us to put our trust in thee and to await thy helping hand. So, like, there's a few things that always come to mind as possibilities when you're dealing with, like, a religious cult ground here. The interior is coated in the long-dried back-end remains of various melted frozen foods. Because this is abandoned, some of the options that come to mind, things like, did they commit suicide? Is this an actually just straight cult which just abandoned the place, which would be fine as well? Or is this like a satanic cult and they maybe it's like an actually good cult, but they actually transcended, like their cult beliefs were right and they went to heaven. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities. I'm not even saying, but you know, we need to narrow it down more. Right now, we know this place is abandoned, and it seems like they have somewhat Christian beliefs. So, I'm not saying that they directly are Christian. I'm saying that they have Christian-like beliefs. We got the figures of Jesus and other things involved. Monday, spinach casserole. Tuesday, barbecue. Wednesday, fasting. Thursday, pork chops. Friday, beef stew. Saturday, chicken. Sunday, fasting. I did not actually close that. Due to power outage, food stores have spoiled. We will have to replace the planned meals with canned food stuff and produce until new supplies are required. Now, I should mention something with this. Unfortunately, a lot of my negative connotations with religion and my own personal experiences do come from my mother, who, I guess I can say this. She is a very religious person, and unfortunately, sometimes overtly so, to a pretty extreme edge. I have actually been to a religious camp when I was like young with her, involving this. So that probably has something to do, and like I know it has something to do with some of my feelings towards religion. But examine range. You fiddle with the knobs. There is no hiss of gas, no clicking ignition. This range is long dead. You open the door and immediately slam it shut after the overwhelming stench of rotting meat hits your nostrils. Alright, if you don't take notes, I almost forgot there was even a door over here. Open door, a little bit of a pantry. Examine boxes. Cardboard boxes labeled utensils, decorations, grains, etc. Examine, like, there's one that says cereal boxes. I want to figure out where that difference is. Tons of cereal boxes, none of the sugary stuff, though. I'm surprised I can see in this room. This would be like the room I would think I could see the least in. There's a light switch here. We know about Leonard. Leonard hasn't heeded warnings about taking more than his share of food. He keeps swiping snacks from the storage room. Until we can strain him out, I've decided to move his favorite foods into the farm shed and hide the key on the side of the bookshelf next to the ping pong table. Okay. So, next to a ping pong table, and let's move back over here, I should be able to find on the side of the bookshelf a key for the farm. Got it. Examine boxes. Stacks of cardboard boxes storing everything from jars of yeast and jars of jam to paper plates and replacement light bulbs. Huh. There's something about just being an abandoned place of something like religious worship, which does kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. It wouldn't be as creepy if the like I guess you could have some of those creepy kind of fake singing people that are just a little bit too happy to see you. There's actually something here, but I think it's a little bit creepier because it's abandoned. Actually, now let's use the tape deck.
Well, I had just graduated from college. You know, I was a communications major. That part was true. So I graduated and I couldn't find a job. I had no idea what I wanted to do and got pretty depressed. My boyfriend at the time said I was holding him back and took off, so that was that. I could have moved home, but I didn't. I stayed out in California, but it's not like I had any friends there. My parents would call and I would just lie about how things were going. I didn't know what I wanted because I guess I didn't really want anything. I would wake up and just count the seconds ticking off of my life until I fell back asleep. We were all broken in some way, I think. Some more than others.
Okay, you opened the door for me to talk more about this. That was a save point. I did something. So, the reason my mother is religious, I should just come out. She had religious people in her family and upbringing as well. So that has something to do with it, but a bigger part, something which is definitely a big part of this, is that she suffered a lot of tragedy when she was younger. Not everyone who uses religion, but I think a lot of people that do have holes to fill, and religion can be very good at filling holes. And I think that's what this game is so far tapping into the most, because there was hints about that in the opening of the game, and this and a few other things I've read. However, I'm not saying that religion is a bad way to fill the holes that some people don't know how to fill otherwise. It's just notable, definitely, and a little bit sad in some ways. Not that, like, I feel pity for them or sympathy. It's more just unfortunate, I guess. Leonard. The pantry is not on your personal snack drawer. Food is for the flock to share. If you keep stealing cookies from the storeroom, you will have to answer for your crimes in the cleansing room. Oh boy. Please pray and reflect on your actions and how they harm the flock. I'm praying for you too, Andrew. Oh boy, that's... I mean, I understand that he's breaking the rules and it's important. I looked at that earlier. But it's, you know, it's just a little bit like, there's something menacing about some of the things here. About, like, you better put your ways through or else you're going to the cleansing room. I'm gonna pray for you, and you better pray too. You know, it's, I don't know, maybe I just think it's kind of creepy. Like, kind of menacing creepy. What are some of the sounds I just heard? This game is giving me a strangely creepy vibe. Like, nothing creepy specifically happened, but there's things that are kind of putting me a little bit on edge here. I didn't read this yet, have I? Get to know the newest members of the flock. Welcome them with open arms and open hearts. My name is Christopher. I'm from Flagstaff. I was a farmer before and hope to lend my expertise to help feed the flock. Fun fact, I hold the record for most blue ribbons at the Arizona State Fair Livestock Competition. I'm Viola. My two wonderful children, my son Lucas and daughter Juliet, are from the Friends Zone. I'll be helping... Yeah, that's right. This is in California, so... I'll be helping out with the schooling our children in the ways of the Lord. Fun fact, I was born in Vancouver, so I'm technically also Canadian. Hello, I'm Peyton, and I'm from the small town in Oklahoma you've probably never heard of. I'm a grocery store. I ran a grocery store in town, but ever since it shut down, I've been... looking for something more. Father James is helping me find that. Fun fact, I served in the Navy for a term. Hello friends, I'm Candace. I love cooking and crafts, so hope I can help energize the flock so that we will fulfill his word. Fun fact, I can speak 3 languages. I'm Josiah, and I'm so thankful to you and to the Lord for giving me a home after years of living on the streets. I finally feel like I have a family. Fun fact, blink. Hello, I'm Lillian. I was a student at USC. Okay, Josiah. Hello, I'm Lillian. I was a student at USC before I dropped out because I couldn't stand the indoctrination anymore. I was looking for the truth and I didn't find it there. Now I know I was looking for it in the wrong place. Fun fact, I've been to 4 continents in the last 3 years. I have recently, with 2 strong religious people in my life, one of them actually being my mother, they just brought up the topic of evolution, so I'm assuming there's something going on with that. I don't know. There's a few people that I am close to which have strong religious beliefs, and I can't keep tabs on what is the current hot topic based on that. And I don't know why this made me think about this. Something that she said made me think about something that they both said to me, and it had to do with evolution. I don't know, just like saying, and they both said like nearly the same thing. They don't know each other at all. Let me just clarify this. They have no idea of the other. I'm just wondering what sort of triggered that. I mean, because they said extremely similar things, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that's about. Basically, the idea that evolution, there's not enough evidence, and there's more proof for this. Now they hate how people use proof. I don't know. It's a weird discussion. I don't know why this made me think of that. This wasn't like super recent either. It was recent. It was like a month ago, but it wasn't like super recent. But my name is Vance. I saw through the lies of my parents' church. They were filling their heads with blasphemy. Now I see the truth of it because of Father James. Fun fact, I'm a really fast reader. Alright, let's open the door. Ah, the pawn table's in here. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it on here. Oh. So on the side of the bookshelf, there's the key. Pick up the key, pick up the farm shed key. Both keys are needed. What do we got? You take a book off the shelf. You know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century when Anthemius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works from the Bible. There's an ancient law, okay, so there's actually different books here. You flip through a pamphlet on the shelf. There's an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. The role of man is to protect and nourish the flesh. The role of the woman is to protect and nourish the soul. Boy. Sorry about that. You take a Bible from the shelf and skim. For Christ also suffered once for our sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the spirit. I don't like the separation of man and woman in the Bible stuff. It just rubs me the wrong way severely. Like, men are for this, and women are for this. And there's definitely some of that in the fucking, Christianity Bible. I'm saying Christianity, but, like, there are several beliefs that are offsuited that are pretty similar, so that's true of a lot of religions. But a ping pong table, it's the only game you see around. Doesn't seem like there's enough room to play. I was thinking that, too. You could just cram yourself in there, but it'd be kind of hard to swing with that. Alright, guess we're done with the first area. What happens if I interact with a tape player again? I might have to listen to the same audio dialogue again, but I'm just curious. You just can't use it again. Okay. I was curious, okay. So we'll just trail on out. So I'm not going to remember the names everybody said. Did I read this pamphlet? I didn't. Have you sinned? Are you plagued by doubt? Do you fear death? Do you have the nagging feeling that your church doesn't have the answers? There is a reason. Father James can help. And pick up the map. Oh, I had a map this whole time. It can be a little confusing getting around their little home. Don't worry. Sister Anne has printed some maps to help you get accumulated. To open the map, press M. Okay, actually, I do want to open up the map. Alright, so now I'm actually happy I picked up this last because I'm about to finally leave this building so I can think about this. Currently I'm in the community hall, basically what I expected. Alright, so I think this is like kind of an open world walking simulator thing that I've got like through the first area. I assume it's gonna be like gated access, but some open exploration. So that is a farm. Above the farm's the cleansing rooms, which I guess I got a key for. That sounds menacing. There's some mines up there. There's a chapel over there. There's a fire pit, which probably is like the campfire. Come around to have community events thing. There is a rectory, which actually I don't remember what rectory means. Is it like a factory? Oh, fuck. Or is it like a is it like the recreational? It might be the recreational. Alright, there's a school, which is quite small, and then we have the houses of a few people that lived here. Lillian, Viola, Andrew, Peyton, and Leonard. Alright, and so I can kind of move it around. There's a zoom button. What's the zoom button? Mouse wheel. You can either like zoom in a lot or not at all, though. Yeah, it's either like you're either super zoomed in or you're not. So we're gonna leave this here. I don't think this map's gonna be super useful, but it's neat. It's nifty. And actually, I'm getting excited to explore. I don't know how you closed it. Alright. Well, we did what we needed to do at the community hall, to my knowledge. There wasn't like anything I needed to come back to, so sure, open the gate. A brass key acts with the word gate. The gate creaks and rattles, but appears to be locked. We have the sign for the farm shed and generator. Let's use the gate key. The rusting lock fights back, but eventually relents and the gate unlocks. And the music plays to let me know that I have made major progress. Let's just open now. Yeah, it pushes me aside even. I mean, this is kind of downtone for what I thought. Like, I just opened up the place, but this is like menacing almost. Black Sage Ranch. Up. The gate won't budge. You didn't bring anything to burst through. Well, let's see what this fucking grounds keeps. I guess we'll start with the houses. Now, these things could very well be locked. In fact, I'm half expecting them all to be. Oh, there's actually a gate blocking this. Like, okay, I know it's like just a game design thing. You can so easily hop over this. I could fucking easily. Okay, it's just an open area, I'm sure. The farm shed thing is over there, but I'm going to start looking over here out of my own morbid curiosity. Because I'm here, so. And there's at least something open, so let's take a look. Interesting. The houses are over that way. This is like, I don't know what this is specifically, just like little facilities. Anything here? Nope. Alright, what else we got going for this? Just little empty buildings, which seems a lot like an abandoned place you would actually find, so. Open door. Brother Aaron. The door is rusted shut. Seeing what this is. Examine chain door. And so that's not it. Door is secure with a haphazard loop of chains. So if I find something for a trailer, I guess yeah, it makes sense they live in trailers instead of like just normal houses. Door is rusted shut. And this one's a little bit toppled over even. What's up here? Kind of like peeking in this one. There's not anything inside, so I doubt this is openable. Oh, it is openable. Leonard's door. Not the. Yeah, it's not gonna be any of these keys. Okay. And the music faded out. I mean, that's fine. Not creepy. Either rusted shut or there's any more of them. Probably only the names on my map are accessible, is my guess. Kind of weird since they're trailers, they're like on the map though. I mean, I guess they aren't planning to go anywhere, so I guess it kind of makes sense, but just still kind of weird to me at the same time. I don't think there's anything up here. I'm just kind of glancing at the like the outlandish parts of it. Like a little bit of a pit here. Not anything specifically notable about the pit, except that it exists. This place looks like it might have stuff in it, but it's rusted shut. Rusted shut. Okay. Some of these are, yeah, just completely toppled over. Open Viola's story. Yeah, so all the important people have stuff. I also think the important people have stuff here. Sister Viola, Juliet, Lucas. So what caused some of these to be toppled over? That's the bigger question. Like, just were on a slope and slid eventually through rust? That doesn't seem quite right, though. There's something stranger about this to me. Okay, so about what I expected. They all kind of need different keys. I'm sure there's like some set to open up this stuff. But I wanted to check all the same. This is Viola. Yep. How about you? Rusted shut. That's what I expected. Lillian. Of course, need a key. Animal sound. Well, yawn and take a look to make sure I'm not missing anything in these areas. Why do I have footsteps on this? There's just a louder footstep sound than the other footstep sounds I've been hearing. Though I bet I made them earlier, I just didn't hear from the music. Pregnancy test. Examine pregnancy test. A used pregnancy test lies tucked away near the toilet. It's positive. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of that. Let's go over this way. Anything else? I think this was just where I was a little bit ago. Oh, these are supposed to be like toiletries and changing areas. I understand now. I put the like pieces together and figured it out. So how's this have to come back for? I should be heading towards the farm, but I'm just kind of looking everywhere I'm not supposed to go first before I look at the stuff I'm supposed to go to. And that's just how I roll, I guess. This is going to be like a gate over here, obviously. Big mounds of dirt, though. About what I expected. Okay. Well, we got in this neck of the woods. This is the school, right? Yeah, it's the school. I can like press M on my map to see, but it's the school. Yep, it definitely is. M? Yeah, M was to put your map back away. I should have figured that out earlier. School. Turn on the generator. Will the generator key work again? Oh yeah, it's a universal generator key, so where's the fucking entrance to this place? Like over here, right? Yep, there we go. Lights on. Welcome to school. I was curious about the books. There's another tape player here. Examine kids' jackets. Lucas, John, and Juliet's jackets. They were called kids? Why did Juliet have her own place there? And Lucas, too. You wrestle through the pockets and find nothing. Okay. I do see the tape recorder over there. Like, over there is what I mean. But I'm just seeing if there's anything else for me here first. Read that to Juliet. Juliet, honey, why are you so stubborn? Why do you reject the flock's love? You don't pay attention in class and you don't try hard on your assignments. You lie about doing your readings. I'm worried about you. I've asked Father James to take some time to speak with you one-on-one. Please listen to him. He knows so much. He can help soothe your doubts. I promise. Just please give it a try. Love, Mom. Takes a Laura here. That would be me. I'm just... if I'm anything else, it's actually multiple things. Lucas's assignment. A big role model for me is Father James. He is the prophet of Jesus and a great person. He is going to save all of our souls and let us go to heaven. Father James is funny and smart too. He makes jokes during his talks that make everyone laugh. He shows that you can be a very good person even if you're a little bit weird looking. It's what is on the inside that matters. For teaching me that and for saving my soul, Father James is my role model. I love Father James and Jesus. Wonderful work, Lucas. Father will be so proud. Read Ellie's assignment. Anne is my biggest role model. She is a perfect wife and mother to us all, just like Mary. She does everything she is told to help Father James. Father James. She thinks of everyone else before she thinks about herself. I hope to be just like her if I grow up before the days of reckoning. Great work, Ellie. Anne would be so proud to hear this. You will have many chances to be just like her in paradise, so don't worry. They knew the day of reckoning was at hand. Now, I'm going to read Juliet's last. Read John's assignment. Leonard and Peyton are my role models. They know how to fight and how to protect the flock from Satan and secular bad guys. Good work, John. I hope it never comes to violence, though. Read Juliet's assignment. Her role model is Jesus, because he is perfect and he loves everyone. I want to be more like Jesus. See me after class, Juliet. I mean, it's one thing to have your role model be Father James and to be the Ann person or whatever, but fucking Jesus? Wow, whose fucking role model would be Jesus? Sorry, I'm having fun. Roll over this way. Musical notes. Oh, they got actually things around. It's the A's through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through Z. I'm going to go do the tape player thing last. There's like video tapes, recorders, I don't know. Generators are loud. What does this say? You can make out fate writing from the last lesson. The first revelation, the day Father James received the truth. It looks like there's a lot more than that, but unfortunately the board highlights, which makes the white harder to read when I look directly at it. Examine calendar. You flip through the wall calendar and see the following upcoming dates marked. Upcoming. Which means that this place didn't close down that long ago. But yeah, my character knows it did. Why did we come here so soon after? April 7th, celebration of the crucifixion. Okay. June 3rd, feast of the first revelation. Okay. July 18th, celebration of the birth of our prophet. So July 18th is his birthday. It's probably important. I have to input that somewhere. So July 18th. Feast of first revelation. I'm going to take a screenshot of all this. Hopefully actually screenshot it. Examine bookshelf. You take a book. Okay, you take a book off the shelf. The illustrated book of Bible stories. Some of the pages are torn out. You flip through a pamphlet on the shelf. There is an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. The role of man is to protect and nourish the flesh. The role of women, yeah, it's the same thing I read earlier. For Christ also suffered once a sin for the righteous and the unrighteous, and he might bring us to God, being put on death in the flesh but made alive in spirit. Yeah, so when you examine different books around, they have slight differences. Okay. Anything here? Nope. Time for the tape player. What do we got?
I often helped Viola in the schoolhouse. I enjoyed working with the children. We taught them reading, writing, scripture. Viola was one of the most faithful among us. If Anne was like the mother of the flock, Viola was the older sister. I remember one lecture she gave the children on the nature of hell that was so vivid, so unflinching, it had the kids in tears. I told her she was scaring them, and she said, "Good, they should be scared."
Yep. It's telling. It's a type of thing where there's fear often related to these sort of feelings. So she probably had like a traumatic experience in the past, and it's her take on quote-unquote hell, which has left an impression and scar, and now she wants us to know not to go into hell. Also, like, scaring children is like one of the basics. Good entertainment will scare a child. No, there can be variety, but being scared from a young age at some things is actually somewhat beneficial. It's why a lot of fairy tales are kind of scary. It teaches lessons. One of the first things that you kind of know of how to behave and what's right and what's wrong does come through fear. Now, what I'm saying is kind of morbid and not exactly true either. There's a little bit more to it than that, but all the same, all the same. Alright, let's get back to work here. What do we got? Going back out. Da, 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 da. Open door. I also want to test something. That just saved my game. If I go to... Excuse me, it's going to exit the desktop, but it won't be for long. Going back, it's going to be a black screen for a second. Please bear with me. Okay. I want to test something about the loading in this game, and at this point I'm early enough in where if I have to like redo the game, I can just kind of book through it, rush through it. Okay, so it's like, excuse me, I need to like get my mouse to a viewable place. This is version 1.2. It's the game that being updated since it was released a few days ago. Well, all the same. So, it's gonna load me from the school, right? I'm testing something. This is important. So, it's also not a manual load. That's also notable. Had a little bit of a sneeze there. Yeah, okay, I'm loaded up from here. Can't look at the tape deck again. Leave the school, and let's continue. Alright, next up is... What is this called again? The Rectory. I remember now. Time to find out what the Rectory even is. Or like a recreational hall, a factory, something entirely different that I didn't even know before this. And that's why I'm not familiar with the term. Could be. It looks like this might be locked off. Or, yeah. It's not opening. There's a padlock. You know what? I bet it's his birthday. Which was July 18th. Oh. I thought I was being clever. Okay. I'll come back to you. I'm coming back eventually. I'll figure something out, I'm sure. And I feel like this church at the top of the hill is the ultimate goal. Like, you could so easily hop over that. All the same, I know it's just video games, doing video game stuff right there. The cliffside makes the wall I can't pass over there. I mean, why have to have so many fences around this thing? What are you hiding, Jesus? I know it's not Jesus, I'm just being silly. There's just an invisible wall here. If it's not an actual wall, it's an invisible one. Let's cycle and circle back around. And I'm curious what's up with the church, but if I can enter it, I might wait. Only because I feel like that might be the finale. Which very well could be, so... Let's climb the hill. The church may be blocked off and inaccessible yet, which would make sense as well, so... Climbing to the top of the mountain, just to see my way. I'm going places. Ooh, excited animal. I feel like if I really put my mind to it, I can get to places I'm not supposed to be able to go. But I don't really want to. I actually want to explore the area right now. I'm engaged enough. It's like a cellar. It's either a platform or a cellar, but I think it might be the cellar entrance, just it's closed off, so... Of course the stairs are on the other side. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, it's like a whole little holy path over here. I'm just seeing what the path is like. I should probably look at it once I, check out the church, just to make sure it's locked and everything like I expect it is. Alright. Examine chapel door lock. There are 7 golden stars in the lock and a space for what appears to be an 8th. Alright. So church is locked until I can find the sun star. I'll take a shortcut back to this area where I was at, but I'm going to follow the path besides that. Now we're going to head towards the farm area like we were supposed to, originally. Hey, it's part of the fun. Nice wind. So where was the initial, entrance to this, boardwalk area? When is the path of sacrilege? So it's like this little open field. I haven't really checked the middle of the field. This is supposed to be the fire pit, right? Yep, fire pit fun. I could just kind of clip right through that tree. There's some clipping issues with the game. Oh well. I'm not too bothered by it. It's just notable. That's the school over there. Part of the fence has been destroyed. Of course, there's the community center hall, which means I guess I'm heading this way. Is there signs saying there? I kind of see signs saying there. What is this? I'm in first base. First base in the ranch's small baseball diamond. Okay, so it's like a baseball diamond. Got it. A worn down home plate covered in dirt and grass. I don't see it covered by either of those things, actually. Something in the middle of this. The third base is barely visible beneath the overgrowth. The pitcher's mound is slightly elevated on the pile of dirt. Second base in the ranch is a small baseball diamond. Okay, so that's where the cleansing whatever is. Can I run through the cornfields? I can just run on through the cornfields. I might start off where I actually need to go before I examine the thing. I'm pretty sure it's not open. Though I should examine around these cornfields a bit. Shouldn't I? Shrug. I'll check through the gate over here just for a second. I'm not actually expecting to find anything, but I'll look. If there is somebody else that was like in these grounds, which there very well could be, but if there was, they could start telling them here because I've been leaving lights on in a few places, which are definitely turned off. I wonder what they would think and what they would do knowing that somebody else is here. Is it creepier to them that they know that someone like me is here? Like just some person who's come in? Or would it be creepier me knowing there's somebody that was here all along? Anyways, we'll check out the farmhouse like I know we're supposed to be doing. A little farmhouse. Like a door almost because it's shadows, but I didn't think it would be because most of the doors are in pretty straightforward locations. So this is the farm shed. Yep, you unlock the door with the farm shed key. Any light switch in here? A gas can, empty. Watering can, also empty. Bags of seeds and weed killer. Read Andrew's journal. It's too dark to read anything. That's not what the light switch is like here. A ragged old work jacket. You ruffle through the pockets, coughing at dust. You find a key. What key did I find? Andrew's trailer. Okay, so I get that all started. Examine shelf. Looks like there might have been jars of jam, pickled vegetables, and at one point. No, they're just disgusting. Pick up batteries. You load the batteries in your flashlight. Let's hope they're still charged. I got a flashlight. Read Andrew's journal. Can anyone truly know the joy of the absolute truth, the freedom that comes with releasing all of one's doubt like so much ballast into the sea? I know that feeling now. For so long I searched among the Catholics, idol worshippers and perverts. I searched among the Baptists, hypocrites. I searched among the Pentecostals, infested by charlatans. I tried so many churches, and all of them to one were filled with fools and liars. Now I know why Father has helped me to see. Now I know why Father has helped me to see. Alright. Examine cabinet. Full of garden and farm implements, still caked on old gray dirt. And is that cereal? I mean, why not? What do we got here? Let's listen.
The first time I met Father James, I was immediately filled with a sense of peace. It's hard to explain. I guess he just seemed so sure. He asked if I was a believer. I said I'd been raised Catholic, but it never clicked. There's a reason for that, he said. They've been lying to you, all of them. And I knew he was right.
Okay. Yep, so that's taken care of. Of course, now we could run over to Andrew's thing, but I'm just going to check out the tractors and all this. We're going to stop, like, wandering aimlessly pretty soon. We're almost done exploring all the edges I wanted to explore. I'm sure there's, like, some other slight hidden things or things I missed or whatever, but we're going to focus a little bit more on what they actually want me to do. Once I'm done exploring this last corner of the world, then I have to go to the opposite corner to get to fucking Andrew's trailer there. Alright, so this should be, according to my map, the Mines and Cleansing Rooms. The Cleansing Rooms is a place for punishment and, I assume, cleansing. Is the Cleansing Rooms actually open? I feel like I can see something. It's like I can see the second story of here, but that doesn't mean it's open. The fly sounds. That makes this place seem inviting. I'm sure there's nothing wrong in the Cleansing Rooms. Nothing wrong at all within the Cleansing Rooms. Alright, and then finally, we have the entrance to the mines. This could actually be the final place of the game, because mines could be big. And look like they might be big. Hope I don't get stuck here. I shouldn't be doing this, because I mean, I didn't say till... Yeah. It wasn't that long ago since I last saved my game, but still good to be cautious. Alright, let's start what's probably going to be a series of fun times involving all of the various different trailers I can enter. It's going to be like those item back and forth stuff, probably. I still don't understand what this fight's supposed to be. Like a platform, the garage entrance, a vent. Oh well. Before I do that, I'm gonna see if I can open up this area with another date. Kind of head towards the school directly. There was 3 dates written down. And I remember July 18th because that was the pastor's birthday, and I sort of put that in my mind. But there were other dates. There was 2 others written there. I'll try one right now, then one afterward, when I kind of go by this area again. Just to see if any of them actually like click here. Okay, June 3rd. Actually, I can just try them both right now. So 06, so June 3rd and April 7th. June 3rd. Okay, June 3rd, April 7th. 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 Gonna repeat it just so it's in my head. June 3rd, April 7th. April 7th. June 3rd. I know what we got with these two. June 3rd. The padlock clicks open and slips off. Oh, that was it. It was the middle one. What's up with this facility before I do fucking anything else, I guess. Before I do padlock fun and kind of peek and peer into the windows. That low-res fucking gate sound fucking spooked me. Okay. Well, the house probably actually also needs a key. That's my guess here. Oh no, it's just open. I'm honestly a little bit surprised. Ooh, what's this? The door was closed in my face. Some of this creeps spooked me here. Examine painting. Angel walks through an empty field and his hands pressed together in prayer. Pick up trailer master key. The winning light? What? Oh boy, am I doing things in a weird order? Read note to Viola. My sweet, sweet V, I have a very important task for you. There is a deceiver among us, a lying snake who intends to bring ruin upon the flock. This is a test. We must prove our faith by removing this cancer. No, let's read from the Book of Serial. The world is a wicked place, and redemption can only be found through Christ. This is the truth, and through it I was known to the Lord's flock. They did not heed the word. The Lord Christ descended in the final judgment some 1,000 years ago, as foretold in Scripture. Among man he found not one true believer. The angels wept, but the covenant was kept as it must be. None were given eternal life at the feet of the Father, and men were left to fester in their own sin. For 200 generations, man has desecrated the earth given unto them. They have murdered each other, known sinful women, and lusted after false gods. They do not deserve to be saved. A camcorder aimed at a bed. You hit the eject button and find a VHS tape inside. A camcorder aimed at the bed. 17 batteries stats. I got an unmarked VHS tape found in a camcorder in the rectory. Examine bed. A bed covered in red Satan sheets, pillows askew. Definitely a CD room. At least seems like it. Alright, what do we got for the tape deck?
We have all been given our purposes by the Lord. And if we listen close enough to our hearts, if we pray hard enough, we can feel that purpose coursing through us. To excel in our God-given purpose is its own form of cleansing. Some of us are called to labor in the fields, to feed the flock. Some are called to train and to defend us. others to teach our children the true way of things. The Lord calls upon many women to provide succor and relief. Now those of you with husbands may be rightly confused. Is this not a sin? I ask you, do you not love the Lord more than your husband? Would you deny the Lord himself your love? I am his flag bearer.
Not the least bit strange, you know, though I can examine the pedestal. A large, flat pedestal, not unlike an altar, stands at the foot of the bed. Oh, there's a note here also. Read scripture. As we all know, sin is our debt, and pain is our currency. It is by pain with pain that we cleanse ourselves and become ready for the days of reckoning. However, new teachings have been bestowed on me by the angel Siriel in the vision. The doctrine of alternative cleansing has been revealed. As we know, sin is the intersection of unclean vectors, but if one is fully cleansed, how can sin come from that act? In fact, the opposite is true. The act to know deeply a true cleansed body is to be cleansed oneself. That is, to lie with one who is fully cleansed is to bypass the need for blood cleansing. Now this applies to all cleansed bodies, but I do not say this to boast. As of now, only I am fully cleansed, Father. Okay, so sleep with me and you'll be fully cleansed. Ain't I just a stand-up guy? I'm so holy. If you lay with me, you're gonna fucking be cleansed, you mother. Say hi. Light switch. Only lit up part of the room. You took a book off the shelf. We know the conspiracy could trace itself back to as far as the 4th century when Antelysius and his cronies... Yeah, okay, I kind of read that before. There's an ancient law. Yep, nourish the soul. Yep, this is a sex cult. You take a Bible from the shelf and skim. Okay. A little lamp turn on. Hello, lamp. House is kind of spooky, not gonna fucking lie here. Written meditation on suffering. Transcribed from a sermon given by Father James. What do each of us have in common? A soul, the stain of sin, love of our Lord? Yes, these things. But also, we have all endured great suffering, and that, friends, is why we are here. As Christ suffered, so have we, and we will continue to suffer. Our suffering paved the pain for each of us to join the flock. Suffering, as we know, is the divine currency, but like any currency, we can exchange one form of legal tender for another, and so we pay our debt in physical pain. Why? It's like fucking sadomasochist going fucking up in here. I know some of you fear the cleansing room. I understand. I really do. But bodily pain is but temporary. It can be overcome by spiritual pain. Is eternal. If you follow if you follow the lawn past the days of reckoning, this is your choice. Bleed now from temporary wounds or transient flesh, or suffer eternally. When you put it that way, it's not such a difficult decision, is it, Father? All right. Read note on the Messiah. I would like to clarify a few points of confusion I have noticed among the flock. It is imperative that this is understood deeply and truly. I am not the Christ. Only Christ is the Christ. I am a prophet of Christ, this messenger of flesh. I vehicle of the world. I have been blessed with abilities beyond the normal man and the great responsibility by our Lord, but I am still only a man. My teachings are directly transmitted from our Heavenly Father. Here is our Heavenly Father directly to you. Fucking get out of here with that shit. Alright, there's also, yeah, I got a lot darker outside, or maybe it's just the tinted windows, but I think it got a lot darker outside. There's no fucking another light over here. I fucking want to see. Getting a little bit spooked. Just a little spooked, though. Creepy sounds, don't mind me. Well, that turned on like the light for this room, right? Yep. It's a bathroom, unsurprisingly. It's actually kind of what I expected here. You look tired. I'm a bit. Heavenly Father! Alright, what do we got? Oh? A dusty old typewriter with a yellowing sheet of paper in the carriage. There's a strange message on the paper. RB plus A on the main menu. Oh. Oh. Once I get another save point. RB plus A. That means I need to plug in my controller. Okay, I got my controller. So give me a second. I'm going to hear a popping sound and me distanced because I am going to plug in my controller so I can do something here, I guess. There's the pop. That's the sound which plays on my controller successfully plugs in. So RB plus A. So this whole little area is just for a little secret, I assume. Wait, does that have to be the main menu or what? Like on the main menu? Okay. Let's go up. Examine painting. It's too dark to make out much detail. Wait, I've got a flashlight. I keep on forgetting I've got the flashlight already. Oh, Anne's diary. Another night sleeping downstairs. I don't mean to complain. I can hear James and the others from in here. So happy, so fulfilled. It warms my heart. So I don't mean to complain, but it is cold in here, and something in the room is driving my allergies crazy. It's hard to sleep, but I suppose it's all worth it. Yeah, I mean, fucking... Alright, so flashlight obtained. I forgot I had a flashlight, okay? If any of you were, like, watching this and screaming, Ryan, you got a flashlight! I just forgot, okay? It happens. Oh, like, there's a light switch right there, though. Turn it on from this side. Voila. Looks a lot nicer like that. I do not see that light switch. It's the Jesus painting. The painting depicting Christ's dead body being removed from the cross angle. That place. This guy again. Are you the guy? The painting shows an intensely focused middle-aged man. He holds the book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional, but the man's determination shows through. Read notes. Beyond these doors is a sacred space. Only fully cleansed believers who have given express permission by Father James may enter. The Lord protects this room. The trespassers will suffer mightily. I'll come back to this, actually. Let me fucking do some other things. Maybe I'm gonna fucking enter. I just saved my game. Oh, it needs a key. Okay, this could be like the final place that we have to go. There's several places that could seem like the final place. And maybe none of them are. But hey. Yeah, I got a lot darker. Picking up that master key so soon was maybe not the best of my ideas. Trailer master. Why do I need... Like, is there like a way I could have just opened up all the trailers myself? Or did I like need something... Like, maybe picking up this key did something that I couldn't do, or maybe I could have just not picked up this key and not put the world into Dusk. I mean, at this point, if it was getting this dark, I probably would just head back or sleep in my car or something, but... Alright, restroom area. Could also just be like a time thing, that's another thing. I don't know how long I've been playing this game. Door is rusted shut. This is Sister Lillian's. Master key doesn't work with this. Strange. Yeah, why doesn't it open up Lillian's? That is strange. Can it open up all the others? Is there a flashing light over there, or am I just fucking crazy? I'm probably just fucking crazy. Okay, this is Julie and Ellie. Door's rusted shut. Sister Julie and Ellie. Okay. Sister Viola and Juliet Lucas. I don't see how this is useful. What? Is the master key like fucking useless? What does the trailer master key do if it doesn't open up all the trailers? It probably opened up some specific one or something. Mr. Janine, rusted shut. What a fucking useless master key this is so far, though. Oh, I found the master key. I can unlock all the trailers then, right? Nope. I'm gonna find fucking Andrew's key. I'll see if I can do it. Sister Hope. I mean, I know these. I just have to define which ones are on the map and determine from there, but I can already try this one, yeah. Sister Elaine, or Lana, or whatever that was. Here's Brother Andrew. Will the master key open up Andrew's? I don't see how that's useful. Like, what? Yeah, okay, Andrew's trailer. You unlock the door using Andrew's trailer key. Read. I want to read Andrew's journal. We men must all be fools to buy the malarkey spat out to us by the mainstream churches. The Catholic Church says we're waiting Christ's return when they full well know better, and the rest of Christendom, that's a cool word for it, it's probably like an official term, I've actually never heard it, believes them, the Mary worshippers. Perhaps we'll never know why the Lord waited until Father James to correct the record. Perhaps our Father in heaven waited for the earthly man he knew could bear this burden with grace. Blessed be our Lord, who saw fit to include wretches like me in his plan. I await the third coming with open arms and a heart full of love. So I'll look around a little more before I read do that. Brian, I love you. You're my brother, but you do not know what you're talking about. This is my family now. They love me and I love them in a way that transcends even blood. Maybe that hurts you to hear. I'm sorry, but there is no hiding from the truth. I know you have your doubts about your church. You've told them to me. Let me tell you, I have no doubts here. None. Of course, if you stop denying what you know in your heart, we would welcome you with open arms. You need to come to us. Alright, so we got Violet Viola's trailer key, and then a letter. Andrew, I greatly enjoyed our talk earlier. I'd like to continue it. The children will be helping sow the fields tomorrow afternoon, so I will be alone if you would like to stop by. Viola. Is that me walking on the bed? It sounded like footsteps, but I think I got up on the bed somehow. Don't listen to this now.
Life with the flock was good. We would meet for morning prayer with Father James in the chapel, then meet for breakfast, and then we'd set off to work for the day. Some of us worked the fields, others worked on expanding the compound. We had a school teacher, we had cooks. In the evening we would study scripture or listen to one of Father's lectures. Then it would be time for penance, more prayer, and then sleep. I slept better those early nights than I had in years. I was home. Do you know how good it feels to find home after so long? I would have done anything for Father. He saved me.
Okay. So I got Viola's key, and I know where Viola's is, so I guess I'll just go do that. Viola's somewhere around here. Viola, Juliet, Lucas. Viola. All unlock using the trailer key. There are notes here. Re-note to Viola. I will see you tonight for alternative cleansing in the rectory. Come early. We have much to talk about. Know the day I received my first vision, and you will know the code. Read lesson plan. Tuesday a.m. Discussion of Matthew chapter 26. Tuesday p.m. Discussion of the lies of the false churches. Wednesday a.m. Discussion of Father James's visions, prophecies. Wednesday p.m. Fieldwork. Oh, wait, there's more to this. A reading from the book of Serial. James. Of course he made his own fucking Bibles. Like phrase. 113. This is the world of the angel Serial, given unto the man, James, in the time before the days of taking. Serial came unto James as he returned from unrighteous war. And it's got the issue that there's like some forced words that are like old school to sound Bible-y, but a little bit too modern. The angel appeared unto the man, James under 7 stars in the eastern sky. The angel spoke. Be not afraid, man, for you are chosen as a messenger. These words are the Lord's words, become my words, become your words. So wow, this just rolls off the tongue. I am happy that the Bible too is finally coming out. Read note from Viola. Lillian, forgive me if I am speaking too freely. I care deeply about you, and I worry that you are having doubts about the Father and his teachings. You're young, Lily. I understand where you're coming from, believe me, but as someone who has a lot more life experience, let me tell you that you have nothing to doubt. Father James is a prophet of the Lord. He speaks the true word. If you need proof, just look at his prophecies that have come true. But more than that, if you pray and listen quietly, you will feel in your very soul the truth of his teachings. I am here for you if you need to talk. Yours in Christ's love, Viola. Creepy little teddy bear. Read Viola's diary. I had forgotten what love felt like. I thought that all the years suffering under Eric's thumb had ruined me. I thought there was no hope for happiness ever again. But I was so wrong. I feel so safe here. Father James has restored my faith in Christ, but also in men and in myself. A wonderful blessing. Yes, there is pain, but it is necessary, and I enter into it willingly and joyfully. I am so blessed to be part of this flock and to help ensure that my dear children taste the fruit of eternal life. Lucas has taken my life here easily. Lucas has taken to life here easily, but Juliet, well, we need to be patient with Juliet. She needs time. She just needs time. She'll come around and see. Father James says that Eric will burn in hell for his sins against me. I know I shouldn't take joy in that, but the thought of it makes me smile. Father says that even Eric... What the fuck's up the wind right now? Father says that even Eric could join the flock if he wanted it badly enough, but I know my husband well enough to know that he would laugh in the face of the truth. He is rotten with sin, and he will not get what he deserves. He will get what he deserves. Oh Lord Jesus, please give me guidance. I was only doing what he asked of me, Lord. I was doing it for him and for you, but I'm 2 weeks late now and throwing up every morning. Lord, oh Lord, I don't know who the Father is. It could be James, or it could be... Do I tell him? Will he be happy with me, or furious? Have I sinned? What cleansing will I need to endure to rid my soul of this black mark? Okay, fucking get the fuck out of here. You're in control of your body, ma'am. Though it is good to be honest with your partners, but all the same. But, of course, that's not what this is really about. Oh, there's light switches in here all along. Oh, that would be nice to know. Let's listen to the tape.
We were chosen, all of us, by the Lord. Do you know how good that feels? To be chosen? I hope you do. It's a feeling we all need in our lives. And on top of that, Father James took a special interest in me. He said he felt spiritually invigorated by my presence, and often called me to the rectory to spend time with him. I'm not dumb, I knew, but I didn't care. I was so honored to be his chosen.
Yeah. Alright. Now, I'm actually going to try the menu secret just because I'm curious what it is. RB plus A on the main menu. To get to the main menu, I think I have to... cancel. Oh, no. Went back to the resolution thing. Alright, there we go. Apply change. I said cancel, but it still did exit desktop. Except this time, I'm going to go do the secret on the menu because I'm curious what it is. Let's find out. Got like there goes my controller. Got snagged on something. Excuse me there. Oh wow! Popping my controller just crashed the game. It just like popped. I don't know what just happened there. Like Satan invaded. That's obviously it. Okay, RB plus A. I forget which one is RB, so... Not that one. A's not working on this controller. Is it like... R... and then the letter A? Oh boy. I want to try because I went all the way through this just to do this. I'm going to unplug it, I'm going to replug in my controller and see if it crashes the game again. It does crash the game again. That is so strange. Like, why is that out of everything? The root cause be like, well, I'm going to crash your game. Okay, let me relaunch here. Maybe if it's just plugged in from the beginning, I can be like, okay, press play. The other problem here being, of course, come on, let it load up. The A key button doesn't actually seem to work with this controller setup I'm using, so I think it's like the main issue I'm having. Well, I guess I'm not gonna know the secrets, because I know what RB is on my fucking control setup. Controls, let me fucking see. Look up. First enter the 0 sticks and axis, then press any button with the timer to finish. Press a button, remove an axis to assign the look up. Okay, let me get my controller unhinged. I'm gonna fucking figure this out. So, what is RB? Yeah, the controllers are kind of weird. Interact, it says X there, wasn't really working. What is RB? Right trigger, map zoom in. Is that what RB is? Maybe. That was mouse wheel on the thing, right? Yeah, no, that would be map zoom here. Yeah, map zoom in, right trigger, left trigger. Okay. Let me try this here. I don't have it like set up. Maybe I think there's a controller setup thing, which I don't think I have currently. So if I press map zoom in, which is usually right trigger, and I set this like some weird key like U, and then press what's supposed to be A here, which I guess is E. So if I press hold U and then press E, will that work out okay? Maybe? Done. Cancels. I'm gonna say cancel. It's gonna show it to my screen. Yeah, I knew it was gonna fucking do that too. Because it's done every single time. Apply changes. If I like hold the RB keys on this, and then also hold U on this, and then press like E here. Enter. Oh no, because I'm holding it on the controller, it's not letting me do it here. Can I like do mouse button and do it? Like this? I don't fucking know what I'm fucking doing. I want to find out the secret, but why have to be RB? And my controller's kind of fucking up. Well, let's get into the game and see whatever happens, I guess. It's gonna load me back at the trailer I was just at. Voila. Sorry about some silliness. I just wanted to see what the secret was. But I guess with my controller's currently messed up setup. I have to unplug the controller. That's fine. But yeah, hopefully this does not break my game, but yeah, for some reason the controller being plugged in wasn't making that work for me. Alright, what did I get in here outside of this? An unmarked VHS tape, a key tag with master. Was there like a key in here? I realized I just came out of this with like nothing. Outside, like there was story, but there wasn't like another key item here. Was there? Unless of course I missed something. Is that car there? Is it in my inventory? I just didn't realize it? No, definitely not. I guess the tape deck just wasn't worth enough. If I had come here earlier, I would have been very confused. Okay, so I checked out that row of trailers. It's time to check out this row. I know that the key is like here. What is this, brother? Yeah, this is right. Yeah, I should have figured that's the one I was already in. Brother Elroy. Yeah, locked shut, as to be expected. Okay, the chair. Negatory. We got Vance. Vance was an important person, I think. I just remember reading his name earlier, so... This one's probably not important. Henry... Nope. You over there, Trailer. Are you important? Josiah. I read... Yeah, some of these names were on the front board thing I was at earlier. Yeah, just right. Checked out Vance's. This is where a couple of them are knocked out. What's this say? Brother Alejandro. And Brother Christopher. Alright, this is Brother Peyton. Oh, will this open up with the Master Key? I don't know how that's useful, I guess. Not. The chain door is still something else. Which, who was this again? Brother Aaron. Rusted shed all the same. Earl's was just open, overgrowing a bit, but nothing particularly of note. Do I not understand what the Master Key is for? It says Trailer Master. So I don't know what is there like some thing? That's a bird sound. Am I like missing something huge here about this? Okay, first of all, have I even seen all the trailer stuff? Okay, Leonard, Peyton, Andrew, Viola, Lillian. I have done... Was this Leonard here? Brother Leonard. There we go, I found the one I missed, I guess. Ah, booze. And bolt cutters. Bolt cutters obtained. Also some cereal. Let's read some stuff. Read from Henry. It's gotta be, okay, Leo, it's gotta be him. I'm certain. He hasn't talked yet, but I have no doubt. Scrounge around his trailer and see if you find any leverage. We busted the lock grabbing him last night, so you'll have to use your bolt cutters to get in, Henry. Is this for, like, the cleansing area? Let's read a little bit more. Thou shalt not kill. But it's not that simple, is it? We are God's army. We must protect our flock. This is a war with souls on the line. We must be resolute, unwavering. So why won't my hand stop shaking? Why do I keep seeing his face when I close my eyes? Somehow I didn't think fighting for the Lord would mean beating an unarmed man to death with a shovel. Lord, why won't my hand stop shaking? Okay, what fucking that guy fucking tell you to do? Just gonna fucking do this quickly. Okay. Sure, let's listen.
The deceiver changed Father James, though only a few of us seemed to notice. He had new revelations almost daily. Doctrines changed. Actions that would have been terrible sins previously were suddenly permissible, while seemingly innocent behaviors became mortal sins. The others seemed to have no problem going along with it. I wondered if something was wrong with me. Father grew visibly agitated, and as adamant as he was about the sanctity of his new revelations, something was different. He was scared, and that scared me.
Voila. But no key items in here either. Well, I did... Right, I got the bolt cutters. What was the hint for the bolt cutters? Finding leverage. We bust... Oh, right, the lock. Okay, yeah, it just took me a second. It'd be the way to open up the, like, bolted shut chain lock door. That's this one, right? Yep. You click through the chains, which fall simply to the side. The door hangs slightly ajar. I want to see what... Okay. Pick up shovel. It's fucking the timing of that fucking scared me. Alright, so there is a notebook here, as well as notes on the ground here I almost did not notice. Read printout. Okay. Transmit code XV768, encryption code 30686. Compromise need. Do not wreck frontal raid. Armed ML grade HW training. Most are 100% brought in. We'll use violence, so I'll remember these codes. I guess I need them. I'm not like memorize them, remember that they're here. Reno from Lillian. I changed my lock while you, like you suggested. I left a copy of the new key under the tree near the fire pit. Oh, so I can click to the tree. So that's why I can enter some of these. They changed the locks because things are going weird around here. Read Pinton's notes. Father James Israel, born Donald McCricket. So he had like a name before James. It's Donald McCricket. Born Idaho, early 50s, unclear. Vietnam vet, honorably discharged 1970 due to shrapnel injury. Born again in late 70s. Under a new name, I assume. Criminal record includes larceny, drug possession, vagrancy. Married to Anne McCricket. Signs of amphetamine addiction. Receives visions from an angel named Serial. Starting in 1986, left former church and founded Perfect Heaven with his wife. Purchased Black Sage Ranch in 1991. That was the year I was born. Anne McCritic is real. Born Oregon. I'm also from Oregon. So, okay, not much known. Worked as a secretary for a heating and cooling company for years. Met Donald James through church. Married 1981. Complete loyalty to husband. Primary recruiter for group. So that's Anne there. Andrew Custer, born ? Recruited in Houston. Houston. Owns small farm. Runs the farm for group. Frequently writes to his brother in El Paso. Viola DeWitt, mid-30s, from Albuquerque. However you pronounce that. It might be Albuquerque, because that's what fucking Bugs from Looney Tunes always is trying to go towards. 2 children, Juliet, 11, and Lucas, 9. Recently divorced from her husband, claims frequent abuse. Frequent consort of Father James. Leonard Vlanderhoff, late 20s, former police officer, National Guard, military training, discharged due to drug addiction. James promised to help get him clean, seems to have worked for a little while. Access to weapons, trains crews members in arms and tactics, often has alcohol on his breath. Relapse, dangerous. Lillian Carter, born 20s, born San Diego, 1972. Recent college graduate, some useless degree, depressed, trouble finding job, often goes to rectory for alternative cleansing with other women. Seems to have more doubts than some others. Reach out to her. I got stuck on saying for a second. I also got a shovel, which I assume is what this note means. Under the tree near the fire pit. Okay. I got rid of the master. No, I still got the master key. Which might mean there's something else I missed here. But let me... Oh, there's the light, which I saw earlier. I guess it's just the light started glitching through. That makes no sense. Running on over here. It's just getting darker every day. Gonna dig a pit right over here. Oh, the tree. Amp examine patch of dirt. Didn't see this earlier. You dig into the mound and sift through the loose dirt. You've dug up the key. There's nothing here left but dirt. Find a small brass key inside. And that's Lillian's, yep. Lillian's little key there. Guess that's why the fire pit was on the map. Going on back. Yeah, I forgot that it was the gate that surrounds this area, and there's only like 2 entrances in this place. Alright, so Lillian's trailer was over this way. I'm curious where this is all going. I feel like, oh, you can see the fucking red light from here, from that. It's kind of creepy, actually. Lillian's trailer is like one of the first, like this one, Sister Lillian. And look, we wrote the brass key. Ah, little chime stuff. Read note from James. Lillian, a member of the flock who will not be named, happened upon one of the books you purchased while on a trip into town. Reading non-church materials is not strictly prohibited. I must caution you against consuming too much. If any secular material, the godless worldview is powerfully poisonous with its promises of pleasure without consequence and freedom from rules. But here you know true freedom, freedom from sin, freedom from damnation, and the true pleasures of God's love. Consider this a friendly warning. I want the best for you, my sister. If it becomes clear that your reading is compromising your faith, we will have to change the rules in order to protect you as well as the rest of the flock. Father. Read note from Viola. Lillian, forgive me if I'm speaking too freely, but I care deeply about you and worry that you are having doubts about the Father and his techniques. You're young, Lily. I understand where you're coming from, believe me, but as someone with a lot more life experience, let me tell you that you have nothing to doubt. Didn't I read it? Yeah, I read this in the other place. Father James is a prophet of the Lord. He speaks the true word. If you need proof, just look at his prophecies that have come true. But more than that, if you pray and listen quietly, you will, yeah, because it's like the same thing I read, just the version that she got, I guess, because she made 2 versions. Oh, cleansing room key. Turn this on. Oh, these are lights. Cool. Revealing's diary. How can the absolute truth change so rapidly? First, the doctrine of cleansing, which was immutable and unavoidable, pain as currency, etc., etc. Then the doctrine of alternative cleansing, which seems to change the rules against extramarital sex and polygamy, but only in the service of a clean body. Now Father James has received another revelation, which he pronounced privately only to a few of us women. It's not written down, hasn't been added to the Book of Serial, and it directly contradicts previous doctrines. Father says that the Lord has brought a deceiver into our midst in order to test the strength of our faith. We must be ready to prove our dedication to the flock, and like Abraham with his son Isaac, we must be ready to sacrifice our notion of what is moral in order to serve the greater cause. Is this God's plan for us? To use our bodies as tools? Why doesn't this feel right? I mean, it might be if you read this for Lillian. I'm just fucking saying. Reading that to Lillian. I know you are beginning to doubt. You are right to do so. Father James is not what he says he is. If you want to talk... Oh, there's actually like something... Oh, never mind. I want to talk more. Hang around after evening prayer. I'll linger too. I can help you. You are not alone. I'm putting my trust in you with this. Obviously, I think I know that's by... I'll read pamphlet. Are you in a cult? It's a scary question, but an important one. Spiritual fulfillment and community involvement are important aspects of healthy life, but it's possible for these to take deeply unhealthy and even dangerous forms. If you're reading this, someone who cares about you is concerned about your well-being. The group displays excessively zealous and unquestioning commitment to its leader, and whether he is alive or dead, regards his belief system, ideology, and practices in the truth as the law. Questioning doubt and dissent are discouraged, or questioning doubt and dissent are discouraged or even punished. Mind-altering practices such as meditation, chanting, speaking in tongues, denunciation sessions, and debilitating work routines are used in excess and serve to suppress doubts about the group and its leaders. The leadership dictates, sometimes in great detail, how members should think, act, and feel. For example, members must get permission to date, change jobs, marry, or leaders prescribe what types of clothes to wear, where to live, whether or not to have children, how to discipline children, and so forth. The group is elitist, claiming a special exalted status for itself. Its leaders and members, for example, the leader is considered the Messiah, a special being, an avatar of the group, and or the leader is on a special mission to save humanity. The group has a polarized us versus them mentality, which may cause conflict with the wider society. The leader is not accountable to any authorities. The group teaches or implies that it's supposedly exalted and ends to justify whatever means it deems necessary. This may result in members participating in behaviors or activities they would have considered reprehensible or unethical before joining the group. For example, lying to family or friends or collecting money for bogus charities. Subservices to the leader or group requires members to cut ties with family and friends and radically alter the personal goals and activities they had before joining the group. The group is preoccupied with bringing in new members. The group is preoccupied with making money. Members are expected to devote inordinate amounts of time to the group and group-related activities. Members are encouraged or required to live and or socialize with only other group members. The most loyal members feel there can be no life outside the context of the group. They believe there is no other way to be and often fear reprisals for themselves or others if they leave or even consider leaving the group. If one or more of these are true for your group, it may not be a healthy community, but don't worry, help is available. I'm happy they included that in the game. Anyways, now listen to this tape here.
He risked his life coming to me. Somehow he could tell that I was wavering. I'm still not sure how. He was from the FBI, he said, and he was here to investigate the group as a cult. When he said that word, I told him to go to hell. I almost went right to Father James. But I didn't. He left me a pamphlet that talked about the signs of a dangerous cult. At first I refused to read it. What was the point? How could that have anything to do with our group? But I did read it, and even though my entire brain was screaming at me, I went back to him.
My. Okay, so I read those notes, got this. I know I got the cleansing room key. I still also have the shovel. I retained some items, though. A black key with alchemical symbol for blood etched in it. Oh, the doors keep on scaring me. Because the timing when I look at them and the sound when they're closing and all that. And that red light is really creepy. I don't know if there's like an actual... I'm gonna go this way. It's, I think, a little bit faster. I'm not sure if I opened up... I still have the master key. Is there anything around here which I haven't opened yet? Or haven't checked yet? So the names that are important on the map. So I've been to Leonard's, Peyton's is the locked one, Andrew. Yeah, I think I've been in all of them. Actually, yeah, I've been in all of them, so that's good to know. Alright, well, let's go over this way, and I'm going to go into the blood area, which I don't think is the end of the game, but probably gonna show some things. What do we got? What secrets can be surmised from the information we're about to obtain? That's a question I'm sure many of us are asking, like the people like that are watching this specific part, but myself as well. I want to see. Let me see your fucking blood cutting room. I have a good idea what's in here with everything that's been said so far, at least I think I do. But hey, let's go. Flies really like it. Flies love it, even. Is there a place with a TV or VHS player I haven't stumbled upon it yet? I don't think. You unlock the bottom with the cleansing room key. I should have seen what that said, actually. Examine altar. Pick up bloody axe. Fire. Oh, the door closing on the fucking menu just scared the shit out of me. With the scary music as well. Old blackened blood is seeped into the cracks of the altar. Oh my. So what would the axe be for? To break something, I would assume. I won't use the Larry, I'll turn the light switch on. I am very afraid that I'm not alone here. Send us the debt, pain thy currency. Send us thy debt, pain is thy currency. My. What do we got back here before I mess with that? Read guidelines for cleansing. Improper thoughts, lust, 3 cuts with a small blade. Improper thoughts, doubt, 5 cuts with a small blade. Stealing, 1 finger or 1 hand, depending on the item's value. Sloth, like what determines the value, the USD price? Sloth, 2 lashes from the whip. Taking the Lord or Father James's name in vain. 5 cuts, large blade. Murder, rape, adultery, the violating body part, hand, genitals, eyes. Well, that's pretty extreme. Let's pull the chain. Ha! I'm just yanking the chain. Oh, yeah, it's like a shell. Just seeing some of the tools of the trade, don't you know? Alright, there's a box here. Nothing to it, though, apparently. Alright, so let's up the ladder. The crooked view is kind of cool, kind of creepy. Anybody like hiding back here? I'm getting a little bit on edge for whatever reason. Pick up the key to the mines. Read from the Book of Serial. And yet the Lord in his infinite love and compassion has not forsaken those who have forsaken him. No man is without the cloud of sin, but the light of the Lord shines brightly. To make thyself ready for the Lord's embrace, cleanse thyself of sin by way of self-sacrifice. Give up thy blood, thy flesh, for it is soiled and pathetic, unworthy of the Lord's gaze. For each sin committed by hand, whip the arm once. For each sin committed by the feet, whip the leg once. For each sin committed by the eyes or mouth, cut the face once. Pray thou over thy spilled blood, and in cleansing it thou cleanseth thyself. Sin is thy debt, earthly pain the currency. For those who are worried, purged of sin in this manner, and who have followed the commandments of the Lord, and who believe truly in their heart and body, the days of taking will bring them to the feet of the Lord, free of earthly flesh, awash in divine light for eternity. Have faith, be cleansed, and this will be your reward. Oh man, also, there's a little bit of a notification I want to get a click out of. There we go. So I'm going to turn this on. Okay, not turn this on. I want to listen to the music. What does this tape have to say?
He called it the cleansing room, where we would exchange pain in this realm for forgiveness in the next. We'd all gather in front of the altar, and one by one we would declare our sins to the flock, each of us given penance to perform in front of the others. Bloodletting, self-flagellation. I saw men break their own bones and women cut off a finger that had caused them to sin. It was true devotion, and it was terrifying and wonderful to see.
Uh-huh. Well, that's that. Let's get back down. Hope my world's not all twisted when I get back down here. I'm a little worried about that. Yeah, I think I glitched something. I don't think this was intentional. I mean, I could just live at a weird angle to life for the rest of my life. If I quit the game and come back in, it'll be okay. It's a little cool, also a little strange. I'm gonna exit the desktop. I just listened to a tape, so hopefully this is okay. Given I think it's still on the slanted angles, so to be seen, really. Definitely to be seen. Let's do it. I wish I could figure out the title screen secret, but the controller thing is going to work for me right now. Okay, am I gonna? If I am at an angle, I can deal with it, but I just prefer not to. No, it seems fixed. Until I use the ladder again, I'm not gonna touch anything. Hopefully, it's okay. Okay, so that ladder is bugging me hell here. When I get the next tape recorder, I'll just reload my save file and fix it. Until now, I'm in a weird, twisty-turvy world. Fire axe covered in blood. Fun, fun. I'm just laying back, man. Don't mind me. I'm entering the mines. A small key with laminated tag that reads mines. The door rattles and creaks, but appears to be locked. You don't lock the door to the mines with a key. How far in the mines will they let me go? Super far? Is this it? We're going a little bit further. Activate elevator. Now, what are they using mines for? That gets a big question out of me. There was a single flashlight I saw for a second there, but it stopped. See, I'm not going to activate the elevator here again. Strange with my camera thing that I got going on here. There's some blood down here. Something. Oh, it's the trail. Different tracks going on here. One way is blockaded. You can't actually see sign back there. Maybe I'll get there through another route, or maybe it's a nice attention to detail. I'll go left first. Oh, it's just the symbols going this way. Yeah, it's just symbols going this way. Oh, but it's also blockaded. Interesting. Alright, guess I'm going to turn the generator on. I'm happy I came this way because apparently this was the way for generator fun. I don't think that's useful. Okay, so that's not how you do it here. There is a specific key need for this one. Got it. I'll have to figure that one out then, which means it was not the best idea to come here first. What's the other direction? If you answered tunnels, you'd be correct. Okay, there's no left and right. The left looks shuttered. I can use the axe there. But I first want to see what's over here. Blood patch. It being twisted with my camera right now makes it actually a little bit creepier. With minecart, I will in a second. There could be something in here and I just can't see it because I'm like slanted over right now. Let's move this. I need something to move it. I mean, I see the tape player there. Let me examine the boards here. The wooden boards are blocked by the minecart. You can't get close enough. Alright, let me use my axe and break open this first wall here. Answer the question. I'm using the axe. What a description. Well, let's see what we got back here. A box. Open crate. Stuff inside here. Examine weapons. Military grade rifles, ammunition that are piled among the straw lined interiors of the crate. We have targets there. Are there more weapons here? Oh, pamphlets. Contingency, protecting the flock. Our secular enemies see our eventual salvation and find themselves filled with jealousy and rage. They want to keep the world immersed in sin, and they will stop at no lengths to prevent us from fulfilling the Lord's plan. We must be prepared to protect the flock. Henry was able to use his contacts in the Southwest Patriots Corps to get us arms and armor for protection. He will be leading training drills starting Thursday, mandatory for all the flock, children included. We will rise up and fight in Christ's name. Amen. I'm kidding. Yeah, I guess I'm dealing with a lot of pamphlets for it. I don't think this community was that big, so. Oil can. Something needed oil. I don't remember what it was though. Oh, it's probably the. Nah, it's probably like the generator. Rifles ammunition. Didn't need a key. It needed fuel. Yep, more weapons. Is this way gonna be blockaded like I think it will be, or no, actually, okay, weapon thing. This way is not blockaded, so the mines were used for shooting range. I guess that's the way to keep it silent so people know what's fucking going on here. Nothing else besides the shooting range? I guess not. Okay. So let's go back to the generator, use the fuel can, and then the fuel can will turn on the generator, which I guess allows me to push the minecart. I don't know why the minecart needs power, but I guess it does. Might be for something else as well. I don't see how that's even... Really? That's not what this was for? Was there something else that needed fuel? Oh, it could be for to grease the tires. That could be it. Like, using the fuel effect, what does it say? Rusty old oil can launch spout your dad at one of these in the ground, yeah. If it's rusted, oil can help to unrust something. Does it mention this is rusted? You push the cart, but the wheels on the cart creak and strain, held back by billet. Yep, there we go. You eke up the remaining oil from the can onto the rusting wheels. Why can't I just move it back and forth? It's a little bit concerning. I'm using the axe. Oh, there's a body in here. I'm just standing on top of it. A decomposing body curled into the fetal position. Already curled in the fetal position, I'd say. You reach out to touch it, and the note falls in the corpse's pocket. You wish you could do something with the body, give it a proper resting place, but you're afraid if you move it, it'll fall apart. There's a gas can for the actual thing there. Please note. L. I got you. Oh, the sun is gone. Night falls. Oh dear. I got your delivery. I made a copy of the key to James's room last night, but I think Andrew noticed. He was acting suspicious. I'm going to hide the copy somewhere we both have access to it. I got your delivery. I made a copy of the key to James's room last night, but I think Andrew noticed he was acting suspicious. I'm going to hide the copy somewhere we both have access to it. In case something happens, look in the southeast corner of the cornfields. You'll find it. So there was something hiding in the cornfield. I was fucking expecting that. So southeast corner. Okay. Something just pushed me back. I feel like I'm gonna have to hide in here. I've got like this sneaking suspicion. So the southeast corner. I'm not really sure if I'm in the mood for the game to scare me, but it might. Okay. So southeast corner over there. Got it. Actually, kind of see it on the map, maybe. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Listen to tape. Yeah, I'll fucking use this tape deck I needed for a few reasons.
I think it might have been my fault they found Peyton. We were seen together too often, maybe. But how would they know? Maybe they saw the pamphlet? I don't know. I don't know, but I can't shake the feeling that it's my fault. It doesn't matter. They found him. They told us he had decided to leave the flock. I didn't believe them, but I didn't ask any questions. After that, we moved on. It was like he had never been there at all. It scared me, but instead of trying to get away, I just let myself fall deeper in. I did my best to shut out any doubts. It was easier that way.
Now a saved game will hopefully also allow me to reload and be standing up straight instead of like a little slant, an impossible slant that I walk at. My center of gravity just disobeyed and went against the worlds. Alright, so back in I go. Continue. Please be standing up straight. Please be standing up straight. And not being like locked in here or some things of whatever might happen. I feel like I'm gonna have to hide in here eventually. I don't know. It's weird that I can move this back and forth still. Alright, flashlight. I'm standing up straight. I can't just like move it this way right now. It just pushes me back that way. I'll have it pushed out, but I still find it weird that I can move it back and forth like that. I feel like something's gonna like come out of these tunnels. I have to run back and hide. I don't want that to be what happens. I've gotten such, like, so in the mindset of experiencing a narrative that I think I could be very easily scared right now. Especially since this game does have an atmosphere. It could be a pretty scary game if it wanted to be. I'm not sure if I'd prefer if it wanted to be or if it didn't want to be, though. Let's put on the plastic gas can. If there was any time it's going to happen, it'd be after I like put on the gas and head towards the elevator. Plastic gas can, this little gas sloshing around inside. Empty the last of the gas can of the generator and usually sputters but starts up. Generator whirs and furs and spits. I want to look over here for a second. There's not any specific reason, I just kind of want to take a look around with the power back on. Oh, this is staying straight. That has something to do with it too. Over there doesn't have any lights though. Okay, and also there's the blood trail that leads to where he died, I guess. Like Peyton was over here and went this way. Interesting. I don't know what this is about. Oh. I think I figured out what that was about. come back down, please. Why is that even there? Well, back up I go. I've got this feeling of unease. There's only 2 more places really to go. The room of James and the church. After I get the, like, dig up with the shovel the corner I need to here, but I need the light on. Yeah, it did become dark between here and then. Enjoy the darkness. Yeah, right, the mine door. I was gonna say, was there even a door open that would have made that sound? Then I put it together. It's okay, it's only the, like, fucking darkness of night. My flashlight will super stand out if there was anybody else here. It's no big concern, though. We'll be fine, I'm sure. I thought about grazing the cornfield earlier to figure something out here, but... Examine a patch of dirt. Shovel. Need the small brass key. What's going on with this stuff? You dug out the key. There's nothing left but soil and corn. So this is a copy. A small brass key covered in dirt, unlabeled. It's for the father's room. I'm aware of that. Just have to go in the pitch of night to open up his room. I don't really know what I expect to find in there. There's one thing I expect to find. I guess the church is indeed the final location. I expect to find the yellow orb, which will open up the church. Outside of that, I don't really know what I'm expecting to see. Let's go on our way, though. Solidly. Thankfully, his house stands out, because it turned on the lights and it fucking is glowing red. Because that's natural and normal. Can I, like, just pass through here? Yeah, okay, so that's like a way that just makes it easier. There's the place. Let's go give it a solid look again. Is James's corpse hanging down there? Is Anne's corpse? Did the gate just close in front of me? No, it's just fucking crazy. You can kind of see it from here. It's got a red light. Just like that room. I guess James really likes his red lights. Honey, I'm home. What was that metal sound that then got completely silent? Oh boy. Let's find out. Unlock the door using the 2nd floor key. See what I'm painting? I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, honestly. Watch the VHS tape in here. I'll look at everything else first. Examine altar. Another altar also bathed in red light, sitting under a wall of religious imagery. The painting shows, yeah, okay, I've already seen that a few times. A painting depicting Christ's dead body being removed from the cross. Yeah, that thing. Actually, the painting that said it was down there is different. A reprint of etching of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yep, same dealio. Read James's journal. Examine shoebox. A shoebox stuffed with baggies of white powder and a glass pipe blackened at the end. I wonder what that could be about. This is drug addiction that they mentioned. Finally slept last night. Spoke with the devil. He came to the foot of my bed to bargain for the safety of the flock. But hello, I outsmarted him, begged me to stop my crusade, and I spat in his face. Spat in the devil's face, and he shriveled away. Well, that's not what I was expecting to read at all. Sin is physical mass. I have measured it in experiments and have determined the mathematical formula for determining a person's sin. Weight not visible to naked eye requires a special weighing device attuned to divine wavelengths. Will build and test all flock to ensure cleanliness, especially Lily and Juliet Leonard. Intended to wait for Juliet to come of age for alternative cleansing, but came across Rabnik text citing, I was expecting this to happen, citing consumption of marriage as young as 3 years in one day. I will pray and wait for answer. Dream notes, a great winged Leviathan emerges from the clouds, speaking in radio waves, surrounded by angels. Leviathan spoke of the deceiver closing in, bringing unclean evil to the flock, infecting them with doubt and opening their gates to the outside world. Angels flew into the Leviathan's mouth and lit his tongue on fire. Breath of flame exploded outward and engulfed the world in my dream. I understand, Lord. So is he actually a prophet, or is he just fucking crazy? We'll find out, I'm sure. Or maybe not. Actually, probably we will. A lot of these times we don't. Ooh. Examine box. A stack of old nudes or nudie mags, ranging from pretty tame to seriously perverted, tucked away under the bed as if it's a 12-year-old's bedroom. Examine bed. Father James's bed, messy, covered in thick wooden sheets that have held in years of must. Watching the lamp on. Alright. Out the book. The book. No, nothing about the book. A mark VHS tape. Master key. Okay, so it's time for the VHS. There's no tape in the VCR. Let's take a little gander. My flock, I have wonderful news. No. No. Cough. My flock, I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us. Some of you may be afraid. No. My flock, I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us. Be not afraid. This is the day we have been working towards all this time. The focal point of all history. The end point of all creation.
Word of the Lord. I speak the word of the Lord.
It scared me somewhat.
I am the word of the Lord. Yes, that's good there. Three, 5, 6, 9. Damn it. 3, 5, 6, 8. Shit. And what's the code for the damn safe? 4. Of course. 4.
Well, obviously our hint for this over here. Use luck. 3, 5, 6, 4. The lock clicks open and slides off the safe door. Let's read the note. I guess I pick up the items first. Pick up the seal. You have the seal now. No more excuses. It's time to head to the chapel and face the past. Because we're Lillian. I mean, it's from the voice of the game. Let's read the notes. Praise be to the Lord, our temple has been revealed. Angels of the Lord have revealed specifications for our temple. The temple of the prophet shall be sacred space reserved only for Father James, and is chosen to further pursue revelation and closeness to the Lord. The temple will contain a single king-size bed, food enough for 2 people for 200 days, full copies of my scripture, weapons, and ammunition. The measurements, which must be followed exactly, are as follows. Alright, so the hints that Father James and them may be there, dead, and yeah, if it hasn't been 200 days past, and they haven't starved and left or whatever. Well, let's see what we got going for us here. Hello. So his Payne mentions that it's been being removed from the cross, but it's not. It's just a little bug, but whatever. So the church, what does it look like here? A large gold medallion. Actually, now that you look closely, it's gold paint on plaster. Gotta give it that cheap feel. Alright, to the church top. Is there a light on at night? Because that's the one building I haven't been on to turn the lights on. So if there's a light on, awfully conspicuous. is a light on there. Oh my, what we got gonna go for us? I'm intrigued to see what's inside this church. Could just be corpses, maybe they're alive. Like Father James, maybe that one lady is like crazy about him. I first want to check out the thing behind the links. I still know what this is. What are you? Just a platform? I guess I just have to accept this as a platform. It could be like an area out back. That definitely is possible. There's a way that goes deeper underground. That's like a clue that there's a place that goes underground, like the staircase. It's actually what I'm leaning towards right now. Alright, well, let's see what we got. I'm excited. Are you excited? All praise Jesus. So the lights are definitely on in here, and they were not on earlier, so there could be somebody alive in here easily. I don't see that's useful. The lock opening, you don't need to do anything else. This is somewhere inside the mechanism. You place the seal on the door and hear a click. Okay. The light turned off the moment I opened the door. You all saw the light was fucking on. I fucking saw the light was on. Somebody's fucking in here, aren't they? I'm about to get fucking murdered. Okay, you think that the like text on this pictures and the, like this late one would have changed, but I guess not. So it's in the tape deck. This is maybe the last one. Ooh.
Don't be afraid. There's no need to be afraid. We must go through the flames, but the flames will not hurt us. Not our true selves, our spiritual selves. I know his will, and it's time. This world is molded in filth. It's too far gone. They sent demons to test our resolve. They expected us to give up the fight, but here, today, we prove to all of them that we never gave up. Our faith never wavered. Today, we take our place at the foot of the throne of the Lord. Here now. We'll dull the bodies a little. There's no need for it to hurt. Here, drink this. Drink this. Pass these around. Things will go a little fuzzy, but then the flames will take us, and we will join our Lord in his heaven. We will be by his side forever, where we belong. Amen. Amen. Boy, I love each and every one of you so much. God bless.
That's when they locked the doors, and then Andrew and Leonard started soaking rags in lighter fluid while I started handing out the cups. Little paper cups full of crushed up Quaaludes mixed with lemonade. Father kept preaching as we drank. They lit the rags and put them around the outer walls. Everything caught so quickly. Soon everything was on fire, and people just sat down in it. Let it take them. Something clicked. I don't know what. I needed to get out. I didn't want to die. I remembered Father's temple, and I ran.
Girl, you did the right thing. Alright, let's see. Through here, I guess. There is a lit up journal. Before I do that, there's obviously like a secret passage here. I saw the thing in the back now makes a lot of sense. Yep, that's something that needs here. Alright, well, let's read the journal. What do we got? Don't you remember? Don't you remember how you survived? Why don't you want to remember? Oh, this one new one appeared. You know why? When the time came, you couldn't face the Lord. Your doubt had eaten away at you. You didn't join them in their glorious death, but in your doubt, neither did you save them. Yep, there we go. I like it dark in here, but I want to see what the lamp looks like through here. You are a coward. So then let's open up this. Door sounds playing twice. Door sounds playing twice. Alright, so I can like shut it. See what we got. Open door. Secret vault. Am I gonna get locked in here? Nah, it still opens. But I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not coming back from this. Well, Father, let's see your temple with the bed and the food for, I guess, 200 days for 2 people. A painting depicting, yeah, that's the one of it being removed. Apocalypse of 4 Horsemen. Altar. Another altar also bathed in red lights, sitting under a wall of religious imagery. You mean a cross. Covers are still rustled from the few nights you spent here. There's not a tape player there, but I'm gonna hold out for a second. Can watch all my favorite programs, such as Static. I should listen to this, I think. And the bookshelf is full of fringe religious texts and several copies of Father James's works. And one lower corner tucked away, there's a slack of comic books. Sorry, I hope this isn't like the last thing. I want to see what's behind that door there. Let's see what we got. No, there are no drawers here.
The door shut behind me and everything was dark and completely silent, as if the burning chapel and all the people dying behind me didn't exist. The drugs took over then, and it was all I could do to crawl into bed before I passed out.
Yep. We're going deeper, it seems. Open shower, toilets, sink. Where would the water be coming from if it was the end of days? Just what I'm thinking. Huh, there's more to it. I mean, I knew there was because the door was there, but this refrigerator is full of spoiled food. The smell fills the room as soon as you open the door. Yeah, there had to be weapons because they mentioned it. Let's turn on the lamp. Alright, is this gonna be the final room? No? Oh, it goes deeper? This one just... new text. Oh, I think they forgot to... Yeah, I found a little bit of a bug. Yeah, I'm not coming back from this. I am now locked in for good, and my flashlight just went out. Still got these things, though. Guys, just shimmer the light from behind where I came from. There's no turning back. I'm gonna have to accept what's ever at the foot of this. Well, it's like an alternative realm where I just came from. Another altar also bathed in red light, staying under a wall of religious imagery. Am I liking the PT type stuff here? The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Yeah.
Ma'am, who started the fire? Ma'am, I know you've been through a lot, but we need your cooperation to piece all of this together. Who started the fire?
Pretty much everyone. Father James lit the first flame, but the others helped it spread.
So they weren't coerced?
No. They were weeping with joy. People were singing.
And you? What did you do? man.
It's okay, I can just clip through all this anyway. Going through. I hear something. What is it? Going deeper. Is this door gonna be like locked behind me? Oh, I need something. There's no going back now to the way that things were. I don't say that's useful. I don't say that's useful. I don't say that's useful. I don't say that. So I have to come back with something. There's a sound that's getting louder. What we got? Indeed. Religious imagery, 4 horsemen, etching.
Honey, you're being quiet.
I don't know what to say.
It's just... Lillian, was it something we did?
Dad.
I just don't understand how you could run off and join some insane cult.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
You're a smart girl. What were you thinking? Lillian, the things I've heard on the news. Where are you going?
Oh my, survivor's guilt and people guilting her for being the survivor. Like, continuing. Religious chants. Going deeper? No, there's nothing else in here. Or there's like a dark that's between these two. Now going deeper into the red. There's no way back now, not to the way things were. Okay. I can still run, but I'm going to take my time as I descend. What, oh what are we about to experience? At the bottom we find the door, which leads to this area. Was there always paint up here? I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, honestly. Apocalyptic 4. Oh yeah, no, those new paintings. That's what it's supposed to be, honestly. Maybe I just didn't see it before. Reprinted etching of the 4 horsemen. The religious imagery. Okay.
So, Lillian, have you been having any more thoughts since your last attempt?
All the time.
It seems as if you almost regret surviving the fire.
I don't know. I don't. It's so confusing. I didn't want to die, but I feel like I let them all down.
Let them down because you didn't save them, or because you didn't die with them?
I don't know anymore.
Well, listen to me. No matter what, you deserve to live. I promise you. Lillian, you deserve to live.
I need to go. I can't do this right now. I can't.
It's actually the time you should be doing it. Oh, I get a choice! Oh, no I don't. I just thought I did. It might imply I'm going to walk backwards. I feel like something's going to be down here and I have to like rapidly open up doors to go back up. Maybe something. I'm not sure if this game is like a chaser game or not. But I have to run from my guilt. Going redder. There's no way back, not to the way things were. Alright, the descent continues. We're getting to the real meat of it now. It's because meat's red, that's why I said that. The chanting is getting stronger though, so that's cool. What do we got? Open here. Just imagery, a lot more paintings. Yeah, they were definitely adding paintings. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, honestly. It's a mystery. Alright, what we got here? This room looks... yeah, it's a bar.
I'm
sure you don't want to hear me ramble about mechanical engineering for another 20 minutes. Tell me more about you. You studied communications, right? What kind of job does that get you?
Well, right off the bat, not much. I couldn't find work, so I ended up backpacking through Europe for a year after college.
Oh, cool. I've always wanted to do something like that. I bet it was amazing.
Yeah, it was super fulfilling to see all those different ways of life. Really eye-opening. God, that was a long time ago.
Man, I'm jealous. I jumped right into work hours. Working 80 hours? You know how it is. Just expected to devote everything to it. It's like a religion. It took me a while to see how messed up it was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I assume there's still no going back. I feel like I'm gonna have to go back up on account that they keep on lining up the ways and there's like messages to open those things up. I don't have anything to, so looks like more red behind this. Yep, the chain's really kicking in. All the religious lights. Well, let's see what we got in store. I like the end of the tunnel religious sign they got going on there with all these. Alright. And behind is this 5 or 6, or 5 or 6 I think. All the paintings are fun. Let's open this. Ooh, car. That's before I went on my journey here.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m.
Lil, is everything alright? I've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Please pick up. I'm worried about you. Okay, just call me back. Love you.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. Message deleted.
So she and Tim had a little bit of a fling there, but I guess this is before she came here to try and end everything. Alright, now we're also out of red zone. This is the end of the way. This refrigerator is full of spoiled food. It fills the room as she opens the door. Weapons. And weapons. I assume when I turn back, it's just going to be back to the normal version that it was. Let's find out. Yep. I'm back from my head games. Timing of that. I don't think I found all the tape decks. Ah! Oh, the place is in ruin now. I want to take a look around at everything ruined. Don't have my flashlight anymore, so I can't like turn that on.
I remember now. I tried not to. I thought I could move on. Pretend it hadn't happened. But here it is. I'm looking at it. I was here. We were all here. And now it's just me.
Oh, Lil, Jesus, there you are. I'm trying to get a hold of you for hours. Where are you?
I had to take care of something.
Look, are you okay? I was getting worried.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm I'm heading home now. Tim, there are some things I need to tell you. I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing at all. That what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
I guess I did find everything. Huh. Oh, that just, like, closed the game. Sorry. I thought it was only my games that closed games at ending points. Apparently, I got all achievements except two. The two achievements I didn't get. Find the hidden evil in the title screen, which is the RB plus A thing, but unfortunately I need to reset my controller and try that at some point. Complete the game in under 20 minutes. Now I could speed run it there, but hey, what are you going to do? All you really would need to do to beat the game under 20 minutes is go to the trunk. Maybe I'll do that. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to go for 100% achievements. I couldn't anyways until I got the menu thing. If it was the only achievement I had left, I probably would go for it, but but if you did want to beat the game under 20 minutes, it'd be pretty simple. You don't need to go to all the locations in the game, actually. The only things that you would really need is you would need to get, of course, the trunk keys. So you get the trunk keys to get the cutting things, go to the fence. After you went through the fence, you need to go inside the building to get the generator key from the box. Turn on the generator. Once the generator is turned on, you go get the keys on the side of the bookshelf. Then you would run to get the flashlight and that key. Would you even need the flashlight? I'm not convinced you need the flashlight. And you could get the flashlight on your way. Yeah, you know, I don't think you'd actually need the flashlight, so you wouldn't need to get that, but you need to go through the gate, though. Then you need to run to the one house and get the master key from inside James's place. Once you get the master key from James's place, you have to go to the one guys, the very top guys, and get what you need to get there. But ultimately, the reason why you need to go inside the trailers is to get the shovel. Once you get the shovel, you don't actually have to go to the mines or anything like that. You would just have to go to the cornfield, and from the cornfield area, just dig up the key to James's bedroom. Go inside James's bedroom. You don't need to watch the VHS tape. You don't even need the VHS tape. You know the combination. Just input it in. I think the combination was like, I don't remember. It was like 5864 or something. It would have been 5684, but I think it was like 5864. I might have like the second number wrong. Then you inside get the angel cross. Then just do all the church things as fast as you can, and then yeah, that would be it. Oh, what did I think of the game? I enjoyed it. It was a bit different than I was expecting, and it had a good kind of creepy vibe going for it. Overall, I liked it. Made me think about a few things, and it was straightforward. I wouldn't say it was a game really full of twists. Everything was pretty true to the book, but then again, I understand that it's a game that pulls from some things that has happened in reality. And sometimes still does, so, hey, you know, it's predictable because it rings true, I guess. Well, yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I shall bid adieu to all of you.